Today I'm reviewing the Thermaltake LCGS Versa i570S gaming desktop with an Intel Core i9-14900KF, 32GB of 6000 mount/s DDR5 RGB memory, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070, a 1TB M.2 SSD, Wi-Fi, and Windows pre-installed. If you want to check current pricing or availability, it's linked below. I've been using this system on my desk for everyday gaming, creative tasks, and regular desktop work over several weeks. The impressions here come from how it actually operates in real use, not just from the spec list. Let's set expectations clearly. This is not a boutique enthusiast super rig designed for extreme overclocking or pushing ultra-high frame rates at 4K. What it aims for is a balanced mainstream gaming experience with headroom for productivity tasks, strong 1440p capability, and sensible everyday responsiveness. In practical gaming at 1440p, the Core i9-14900KF paired with the RTX 5070 delivers stable performance on high settings across modern titles. Competitive games like Valorant, Fortnite, and CS2 feel consistently smooth with predictable frame pacing. Heavy AAA titles at 1440p remain playable on high settings, and with modest tuning you can push visuals higher without unpredictable drops. It's not about chasing absolute peak numbers, but about reliable performance you can count on from session to session. At 1080p, the system clearly has overhead. Games feel fluid, and background apps, music, chat, browsers, don't interrupt the experience. That everyday responsiveness is one of those subtle things that matters when you use a system every day. Thermals and acoustics are practical for this class. Under sustained load, the cooling solution keeps both CPU and GPU temperatures in a controlled range. Fans do spin up during longer sessions, and you'll hear them doing their job, but it's not sharp or uncomfortable, more of a consistent hum than something intrusive. In lighter desktop use, the system settles quietly in the background. Memory and storage behavior line up with expectations for a well-rounded system. The 32GB of fast DDR5 RAM removes any immediate pressure to upgrade, letting you multitask with browsers, creative tools, and games without hesitation. The 1TB of SSD boots the OS and games quickly. Over time, large game libraries may push you toward additional storage, but that's a capacity reality common to modern PCs. Build quality and usability feel considered. The chassis has a clean, solid presence, and internal layout doesn't feel cramped. Cable management out of the box is sensible, which makes future upgrades feel less fiddly, something you appreciate when you open the case to add memory, storage, or even a higher-tier GPU down the line. Now, let's be honest about limitations. The GeForce RTX 5070 is capable at its level, but it isn't designed to dominate the most demanding 4K titles at ultra settings with high refresh. If your priority is maximum performance at 4K without concessions, that's outside this configuration's range. It hits a more grounded balance between performance and cost. Also, while this system handles overclocking headroom better than some mid-tier desktops, it doesn't come with extreme cooling or power delivery aimed specifically at high overclocks. That's not a flaw, it's a design choice consistent with a balanced build rather than an enthusiast's overclocking platform. So who does this desktop make sense for? If your priority is strong, dependable 1440p gaming performance, responsive everyday computing and multitasking, a solid foundation for upgrades in the future, a system that stays measured under load without extremes, this Versa i570S configuration delivers in a balanced way. If your sole goal is the highest performance possible at 4K, or you plan aggressive overclocking tied to thermal headroom, there are other paths to consider. Check current pricing below and evaluate it against your needs.